This is the Piscean transmission, Sun at 0 degrees of Pisces. Are we foregoing the opportunities for pure presence, receiving, and pure being when we negate inconveniences? The modern culture, right, has really pushed us into fast, get it done, do this, convenient. Okay, that's fast, now I can do this. And if you notice, it's like so much doing and rushing from one thing to the next. And if something takes time, we're getting impatient. Have you noticed this? If it's not instant, we're getting impatient. If it's not instant, we are thinking, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth my time, right? We've been consumed with this speeding ahead. And as I'm disentangling my earbuds, because I still use old-fashioned earbuds, I'm not going to put Bluetooth things in my ears. No more waves around my head. I've got enough. So I am old school, if you will, and I use the earbuds that are cords, right? So every time I hike, which is pretty much every day, I have to disentangle them. And I was thinking like, oh, every day this is so funny how this happens. And I'm detangling them and I'm imagining, I know they have those things you can put your headphones in and it wraps the wires around for you, right? Which is convenient and fast. And then I caught myself and I was like, oh, there's that program of convenient and fast again. Like really, wow, you know? And I have been finding that a lot. Just, oh my gosh, like I want this to be fast. I want to rush through this, you know, and that's not natural, really, truly. It's part of the fast moving energy. You know, it's part of the evolution of all the energies and culturally as well, you know, in our convenient oriented society, right? We try to make everything convenient. Even medicine is supposed to be in like a pill shape, you know? And it's like, wow, that's a lot of compartmentalization and really not being present. It's like we're always trying to get to the next thing. And so that's really, you know, the human doing. And it's like, that's not why we came here. So I'm disentangling the headphones and I'm watching all of this, you know, observing all of this, going through this in my mind. And I thought, I'm going to share this with you all because this is an invitation to realize that through the eyes of Source and the universe, there is no such thing as inconvenience, right? I mean, that's looking at everything completely upside down and ass backwards, right? The universe is here for us. Things don't happen to us, they happen through us. So here we have this culturally created phenomena, deeply embodied, you know, idea that it's inconvenient, it's a bad thing. Instead of, no, actually the universe is like giving you some space so that it will line up even more perfectly for you. So that you will pause because you've been go, 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 go. Like for me, here's the prime example. And this is what my, you know, higher self was showing me. Like, look, here is your consciousness, the human consciousness and all the fire, elemental fire, you know, wanting to rush and get outside out on the trail. And yeah, of course, we're excited. But if we look at the last week, we've done a lot of traveling and taken more things in one day to travel than we typically do, because typically we're home, local, and we're hiking, and that's it. So planes, shuttles, trams, right, going underground at Denver airport, and then driving itself. So I just got back in from this wonderful gridworker trip in Aspen in Colorado with a soul sister, and I look forward to sharing that with you. I will. I'm going to gather all the content, the footage together to share what we received. But here I am, with given the opportunity to slow down, to breathe, to pause, and to really anchor. And that's why my universe told me, go to the forest, be with the trees. You need to anchor yourself because you're still like, all the things, zoom, 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 right? So an invitation for presence and embracing the opportunities for presence, because the more we open to that idea, the more we receive of them, and the journey starts to get really yummy, very pleasurable, because we start to trust the flow. We start to realize, wow, there's this like divine clock that's working with me to create an incredible experience if I don't resist and push against and think or have this pre-created lens that it's not good, that it's sucky, right? That I don't get what I want. Like those are all error programs that we got to let go of, people. I'm like, gosh, those are so deeply entrained, you know, they still come up for me, like not right now with this instance that I'm sharing with you. So welcome to Pisces season. Welcome to mysticism. Welcome to the infinite ocean that is, you know, the part and the whole, right? The part and the summation of the part. Holographic universe, the drop and the ocean at the same time. And it's the oldest sign in the zodiac. It was the sign ruling the era of Christianity and Christ and all of those codes, the fish. And it's a fish swimming in two different directions. It's two fish, one swimming left, one swimming right. And so it's this really amazing opportunity to witness duality as it presents itself and then come into the center of it. See, oh wow, what extreme do I kind of gravitate to, you know, in this now with whatever's coming up? And then come into the center. And here we bring in the 8, the infinity loop, horizontal infinity loop, going left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, putting ourselves in the center. So thank you so much to my cord earbuds that are very often a pain in the ass, but in truth, providing me the opportunity to stop, to breathe, to listen to the rain on the roof of the car. So using my full 5 senses to completely come and bring my consciousness down through my body and into this now and take it all in. And I've shared a lot, like, oh yeah, watch, the energy is going to be flying this year, everybody. We are going to have opportunities to stop. It's, oh my gosh, I got to catch my breath. I have to root in. I've got to be still for a minute here and very much simplify my moment from a lot of stimulation, just simplify. So really not any technology, no screens, just for me right now. Just to share as an example, in the forest with this wonderful crisp air, it's raining. So I'm breathing in this incredible air, and then I'm also hearing. So this is part of the medicine of Pisces, is the 0 point technology and being the witness to how much pulls us out of that until it gets easier to remain in that state of presence and witness consciousness, where you don't, put any negative projections on anything. You're just like, oh, okay. And you're just observing everything and just allowing yourself to surf the energy and have fun. Allow it to be fun and ask for it to be kind and enjoy. And this is also the leap year. So we have 10 days from now is February 29th. The leap year is very exciting. Take a leap. It's this cauldron, this 0, this Piscean energy, a cauldron of potential, of alchemy, of creation. So you can also create your moments by being present in them. So there's a lot of deep medicine with the Piscean energy, and I invite you to just come into the depths of the being, the depths of soul, the depths of yourself, just breathing and slowing down, giving yourself time to slow down, do some journaling, and really allow yourself to come into a place of, as we would call it, divine communion, of being in this receptive place. So that's the whole message, if I could summarize it, is to allow for spaciousness in our days. So we're not zooming from one thing to the next and not really present, right? We're always going to the next thing. We're always projecting the consciousness into the future or reflecting on something in the past, right? And we want to just be here now and come into the body in the moment and write down what comes into your consciousness. I mean, it's like incredible inspiration, incredible information for changing your life. Really resolving karma. There's so much opportunity for that. All we have to do is just bring conscious awareness and say, it's just really not who I am anymore. I don't really want to do that. I would love to do this or create this or whatever. So you're still slowing down and you're receiving information rather than just projecting the consciousness into the next and the next. Or ask questions or ask, okay, what's next? What's my game plan now? We're almost in March. It's going to start to get very exciting in the spring equinox energies and the Aries season, the 3rd week or so of March. So what's my game plan now? Then receive the information. So we have to make the space. And this is new for us because we've been programmed a lot to go fast and zoom through. And so we have to slow down. And like we said in the previous podcast, Buddha on Quaaludes going 90 miles an hour. So we are flying forward on the magic carpet, but we're like making sure our posture is good, that our body feels good, we feel nourished, allowing ourselves to have peace during this surfing or flying. And I invite you to find a process to connect to the senses today. Maybe it's just closing your eyes and breathing in some lovely scent of a fresh flower or herbs, if you have kitchen herbs in your house, or essential oils. Bringing in some pleasing, fresh scent. So working with the scent, the aromatherapy, the olfactory scents. And then listening to some music. And just, for me, if I do that and I listen to classical music, I see visions all the time. It's like storytelling is happening inside my mind, and it's really beautiful. It's like for the movie Fantasia, that Disney production, Fantasia, classical music and jazz, things like that are more organic instruments or natural instruments. Wind instruments as well. So all of those, you can start to actually see paintings in your consciousness, working with the tones. What are you seeing? What are you receiving from the frequencies of sound? They will inspire you. They will give you information. Every sense can give us a lot of information. We can tune all of the rest out and just pick one. And so maybe it's a sense of hearing, or taking in a beautiful view and just looking at the view and just looking at the view and breathing. And every time you think, you're just like, I'm just going to, wow, look at that over there. It's a cessation of the thoughts, slowing down the mind, right? So we can come back to 0 point. So thank you for landing with me. It's good to be home. Lots of wonderful things to share that we're putting together to assist, to support all through these amazing times of shift and information and expansion. And remember that we have a lot of breakdown, breakthrough, which is really awesome. So remember your perspective, just like this. How are we perceiving this? Is this an attack on our being, whatever's happening? Like, is it really? Or does it just feel like it? And where does that come from, right? And let's step back and watch, where did that come from? And then you can go beyond it and say, oh yeah, that's not real. It was just an idea. I'm good, right? If that makes sense. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is Merissa Indigo with Divine DNA Blueprint Mystery School. Namaste.